Hi all, my name is Tony Xavier, Chief Learning Officer of IMS, and welcome to another video of Bell the Cat. These are a series of videos that serve as a companion to my book called Bell the Cat, which is available on Amazon. So this is one more video on DILR and mathematical reasoning. As I keep saying, over the last, say, 5 to 7 years, the reason why the CAT DILR section has become so challenging for most people is that most of the sets involve some amount of math. Right? And the most common kind of math that everybody needs to know but might not be comfortable with are statistics, right? So this is a wonderful set, one of my favorite sets in mathematical reasoning because it's a perfect blend of both. It tests your knowledge of statistics and it tests your knowledge to do basic, say, between easy and moderate, somewhere moderate level reasoning. So when you mix both, this is a set where if you're really good at both, you can get all the questions right in a very short span of time. Let's look at the set. This is a must know. So if you know how to solve this one set, any others, you don't need to know anything more about statistics and DILR in a combination. Yeah. So let's get started. Now, what are the concepts involved? Mean, median, mode, and one more, of course, which is range. There are 5 restaurants. R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. They've given ratings to 5 people, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I think Ullas, Vaman, Xavier, Yusuf, and Vasu, right? U, V, W, X, and Y. Right? Now, they have given you what? The mean ratings given by R1 and R3. For the 5 people who are giving the rating, they've given the average rating that they've given. That means if they're giving ratings to 5 people, this is the total divided by 5. That's the average, right? They're also giving what? For each of these 5 people, they've given you some statistics. What have they given? What is the average that each individual got? That you know. What is the median rating? What is a median? Median is when you arrange all the values, arrange these 5 values in increasing order, what is the middle value of that rating, right? What is the middle value? So if you have 5 values in arranged in increasing order, what is the middle value? The middle value will be the third value. Right? Why do we usually use median? For example, average can skew something. For example, somebody says the average salary in this college is very, very high. That can be because one person backed like a super high paying job and that's why the average went up, which is why colleges always give median salary, because if it's the middle value, 50% are above this, 50% are below this, right? So for Ullas, the median rating is 2, 3. Now, just one more bit. Sir, how do I know which value? In 5, I can count this as the third value. Now, it's a very, very simple thing. If it's an odd number, then it's n plus 1 by 2. So if it is 5, it's 5 plus 1, 6 by 2. That is that, right? Now, if it is an even number, right? So what happens? So suppose it is 8, then the middle value is 4th one and the 5th one. It's the average of the 2, right? So if you take the 4th one and the 5th one, it's the average of the 2. N by 2 and n by 2 plus 1. These 2 terms, right? If it's 8, it's 4th and then the 5th one. What happens? Why am I taking the 4th one and the 5th one? Because if I have 8 values, if I take the 4th one and the 5th one, on the left side, there'll be 1, 2, 3. On the right side, there'll be 6, 7, 8. Equally spaced, so that is why this. Yeah. So median is always the midden value when things are arranged in increasing order. What is the modal rating? Mode is what? Mode is the most frequently occurring value in a series of this. Right? So, for example, where can mode be used? What's an interesting way to use mode? For example, in weather, if I say, average temperature in Bangalore, for example, where I am and whose temperature is one of the things I love a lot. Now, average temperature in Bangalore, now if I keep taking the average, so anyway, every day it will be between 24, 25, 26, you'll get some number called 25.8. It's not going to give me too much of information. If I take the middle value also, not much. But suppose if I say mode, what happens? Because if I take the middle value of, because if all the values are in a very, very small band, right? Suppose it's 25. I don't know if the median 25, how high it has gone or how low it has gone, right? So from that, I will not know. But what if I take mode on an entire month where I have a lot of readings, and if it says the mode is 24, that means on most days, the maximum number or the most repeated temperature when I'm taking the ratings is 24. So when you have a lot of values and you have repeating values, this is a very, very good tool, right, to use. So the modal rating for Ullas is 2. That means Ullas got the maximum number of times Ullas has gotten a 2 more than anything else, right? Range of the rating is 3. Very simple. Maximum rating minus the minimum rating that somebody has got. Now we quickly go towards solving the set. So, and after this, they're given a few more information, right? What is the information? R1 gave a rating to Vaman, R2 gave this rating to Xavier, R3 rating to this thing. So now you know something about the totals of R1, R2, R3 because you know their average rating that they've given. You also know the what you call something about the total about each of these 5 people, right? So if it's a table, 5 by 5 table, you have something information about the totals, but the table itself is blank. Now in these 2 conditions, they're giving you some values. So it goes without saying you have to draw the table and fill out the rest of the blanks and do the fill in the blanks. Right? You will look at the questions. How many individual ratings cannot be determined, right? That means you need to get this information. How many workers did R2 give a rating of 4? What rating did R1 give to Xavier? What's the median of the ratings given by R3 to 5? So essentially, I have to fill this up. And once I fill this table, I have to just come back and pick off the questions. Now, if I look at this, what do I know? I start entering the data. R1 awarded a rating of 5 to Vaman. R1 awarded 5 to Vaman. As did R2 also gave 5 to Xavier, R3 gave to Vaman as well as Xavier, and R4 didn't give a 5 to anyone, R5 gave a 5 to Vasu. So you have that. Next, R1 awarded a 1 to Ullas. Okay, R1 awarded a 1 to Ullas. R2 gave it to Vaman and Yusuf. Okay, R2 gave it to Vaman and Yusuf, R1 to Ullas. R3 gave it to Yusuf. Okay, so this is there. So this is what you have. So we have some values full. We have bulk of the values empty. What do you also have? You also have the means of each of these people, right? You know the mean ratings that each of these people has given is 3.4, 2.2 this. What is the mean? Average. If the mean is this much, then the total is how much? Mean into 5, because it's an average of 5 people. So it's mean into 5. That's right. So 3.4 into 5, what is the total that R1 would have given? 3.4 into 5 is 17, 2.2 into 5 is 11, 3.8 into 5 is 19, 2.8 into 5 is how much? I think 14, and 3.4 into 5 is once again 17, right? So you have all of that. So this much is there, right? This is the total that you have. What do you also have? You also have the total of each of these people. So we go here and we quickly do that. So Ullas mean rating is how much? 2.2. 2.2 is again what? That is 11. And then now what we can do is an intelligent way of doing this is that instead of say first filling the means and then going, you have 4 values that are given. So try to fix that here itself. Mean is 2.2. That means total is 11, right? Now in this total is 11, you know that one value is 1. That means that's the least rating possible. So one value is 1. What is the range? 3. Range is difference between min and max. If min is 1, range is 3. Max value that Ullas has gotten is how much? 4. Median is 2. Median is the third value because that's the middle value. So third value will be 2. Mode is 2 means there is one more 2. 2 has occurred maximum number of times. There is 1 2. Minimum there is one more 2. So you put one more 2 again, next to the 2. So what is left is one more 2. Total is 11. You have 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 9. 7 plus one more 2 is 9. And what is left is this one. Now you go doing the same process. 3.8. We know the total is 19. R5 maximum value, one rating he has got is 5. So range is 3. That means the minimum value is 5 minus 3, which is nothing but 2. Median rating is 4. That means the middle value is 4. That is 4. What's the total here? 5 plus 2 is 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 2 is how much? 11. Out of 19, 11 is gone. What is balance? 8. Balance is 8. Model rating is 4 means there is one more 4. 4 is occurring maximum number of times. Minimum is one more time. So minimum one more time, you put one more 4. Out of 8, you put 1 4. What is left? The leftover value is also 4. So you have that. That is there. So this is 17. You do the same thing. You have 1 and you have 2 5s. And they're saying the median rating is 4. That means that is the rating in the middle. Now already your job is done. You don't need to do anything else here. 15 and minus, this is the total that you have. Total is 17. 17 minus 15, the remaining value is 2. Right? This is 18. Again, you have two 5s. You know the range is 4. That means the lowest value is 1. And they're saying the median is 4. That means the middle value is 4. Now, what is left here? Again, it's 15. So this one is 3. Right? You come back to the last one, 13. You have two 1s. The range is how much? 3. That means the total is 4. The median rating is 3. It's 13. And you're already done with 9. So this is 4. Yeah. Or, they're anyway saying, yeah, the model is both 1 and 4, 2 1s and 2 4s. Yeah. So either way. So you have this here. Now this is where you are. Now this is still here. It is pure statistics and basic addition, right? Not much of reasoning, right? Bare some level, very easy level reasoning. Now the slightly higher level of reasoning comes in. What do you need to do? You have all of these and all of these are placed. Now you go ahead and see what can be placed where, right? Now, what is the first thing that you should start with? Where are the maximum values that are already there? The maximum values are already there either in R2 or in R3, right? 5 plus 1 plus 1, that is 7. R2 total is 11. So balance left is what? 4. R2 balance left is 4, right? Now, balance left is 4. And what are the possible values for Ullas? What are the numbers that are left at R2 can be given? Either 2 and a 4. If in 2 set cells the value you have to give is a 4, then the only options are 2s and 4s. It has to be only one way, which is 2 2s, right? Now this is done. Now if you see the 2 is done here. So what are the 2 2s which are done? 1 2 is gone here, 1 2 is gone here, right? Now if you look at Vasu, 2 is placed, 5 is placed. All the remaining values are what for Vasu? What's at the end of the column? All are 4s. So you can straight away place those values. Those are 4s. So all of that is done. Now, if you look at so how do you, sometimes students ask me, sir, how do you know which column to go to after this? Now just look at this. Which column should I go to? You'll always go where maximum values are filled and minimum values are left. Correct? Now, which is the row or column where maximum values are filled? If you see which is the row or column with maximum values are filled and minimum values are left, one is R1 and second is woman, right? Now, if I look at R1, and sorry, R3 is the biggest this thing. So that was right in front of me and I didn't see it. So that is a 4 anyway, right? So now, if that is a 4, then anyway the remaining are 2. So those 2 are 2s. And now I come to the next one, which is R1 and this one, right? Now, I have 1, 3 and 4. Where can this 1, 3 and 4 go? Right. Now, can the 1 go here in this first place? What is the total? 5 plus 4 plus 1. Already the total is how much? 10. Current total is 10. The total that you need is 17. 17 minus 10 is how much? 6. If I put a 1 there, the other value is what? 5. Is there a 5 for use of anywhere? If I put a 1 here, is there a 5 for use of anywhere? There is no 5 possible for use. So that cannot be a 1. So 1 cannot be there. Next, I go to this place. Suppose 1 is here. What happens when 1 is here? If 1 is here, I have 5 and 2 and total is 7. And out of 17, what is left? What is left is 10. Out of 17, 7 is done. What is left is 10. And if this is a 1, what is left is a 9. How many ways can I make a 9? I need a 5 or a 4. Only 4, 5 combination. Do I have a possibility for 4 and 5 in the 2 remaining places of R5? Is there a possibility of a 4 and a 5 here? No, because the only options I have are 2 and 4, and here the only options I have 3 and 4. So I can get 2 4s, but I cannot get 1 4 and a 5. So this is also not possible. This is where the 1 has to go. Now, if the 1 goes here, what do I have left? I have the 3 and a 4 here left. So I go, what are the 2 values here left? 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is how much? That is 7. And this is 14. 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. And 14, the balance is 7. I need a 4 and a 3. Only above here do I have a 4 and here I have a 3. So this is done. So now if you see, everything is barely there. So this is 1 value left, that is 2 that you get. Then here you have everything is gone and 2 4. So this is done. And then you get the remaining 4 in here, right? So basically the whole set is solved. Now that you do the whole set, so this set, say to draw the table and do everything, you will take a good 10 minutes. Maybe say that you took even 15 minutes. But even after you take those 15 minutes, how many questions are there? 5. Now you just have to mark the answer. How many individuals' ratings cannot be determined? All the ratings can be determined. So the required answer for theta is 0. To how many workers did R2 give a rating of 4? To how many workers did R2 give a rating of 4? R2 actually gave a rating of 4 to nobody. So the required answer again is 0. What rating did R1 give to Xavier? What rating to R1 give to Xavier? That is 3. So that's the required answer. What is the median of the ratings given by R3 to the 5 workers? R3 to the 5 workers. What is the median? Median has to be arranged in the increasing order. R3 values, when they're arranged in increasing order, what is it? 1, 4, 4, 5, 5. What is the third value? 4. Required answer is 4. Which of the following restaurants gave its median rating to exactly 1 worker? Median was given to exactly 1 worker. So whatever is the middle value, that was given to exactly 1 worker. So if I look at R5, arrange it in increasing order. What is it? 2, 2, 4, 4, 5. Middle value is 4. But there is another 4 as well. So median value is 4, but it's given to 2 workers. So it's not R5. What about R3? 1, 4, 4, 5, 5. Again, median value is 4, it's given to 2 people, so it's not R3. What about R4? 1, 2, 4, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Middle value is what? 3. It is only given to 1 person. So I know the answer is R4, but I'll still check with R2. What is R2? 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2 to 5. Middle value 2 is repeating twice. So we know that the value is R4, where it's given it's only to 1 this thing. So the correct option is option 3, which is R4. Right. So if you saw this set, it's why I like it is it's that perfect mix of, say, reasoning as well as math, that the combo. And even though you might get stuck for a bit, it's a set where you don't get stuck for a very, very long time. So if you ask me, what is the kind of set that you need to solve that will take you from being good to getting a great score in DILR, where you're currently barely clearing the cutoff and you need to definitely get a 95, this is that kind of set. This is that kind of set in an exam situation that is going to not just make you somehow clear the cutoff, but do that by a very, very big margin, right? And that is where this combination of, that is why this combination of math and reasoning is very, very important. So this is the last video on mathematical reasoning, and I hope if you watch all of these 5 videos, I'm absolutely sure Venn diagram, 2 videos on Venn diagram, 1 on statistics, 1 on PNC, 1 on arithmetic, and 1 on numbers. More or less what you would need in terms of preparing the concepts needed for mathematical reasoning, those are done. Hope you enjoyed this series of mathematical reasoning videos. Thank you.